So Fillout.com is a survey website with an AI integration. So as a document tool, this is first of all, it's a website where you can create and publish surveys and collect responses. But the reason why we're highlighting it, or the reason why I found it to be kind of neat, is that the AI integration can use prompts to generate a survey or a form. So I do not recommend using the website to collect responses, but rather a great way to build the start to a form that we might then actually create in, say, Google Forms, Microsoft Forms, or even Qualtrics. So if you have writer's block, you're trying to figure out how to get started on a form, the AI tool on Fillout.com could help us with designing that survey. This is a freemium website, so the free account does allow for unlimited forms and themes, but there is a limit to the question types that are available. It's a pretty expensive website. At $19 a month, you get access to additional features like more question types, custom endings, custom themes, and a whole bunch of other features. But again, I strongly recommend just the free version is a fast way to use AI to get us out of writer's block and into building a survey from scratch that you can then copy into a different survey instrument. So let's see how Fillout.com does to help us build a peer review survey for a class writing assignment. So our prompt is really, this is a simple version, but this is what we're trying to accomplish. We want to see if Fillout.com will create us a survey that is, or a feedback form that's for peer review. So once you create an account, again, a free account, and so this is Fillout's website. Again, the free account, unlimited forms, you have access to a whole bunch of stuff, but the one limit is you don't get access to all the question types. So this is really an AI tool that can hopefully help save us time when we got got a little bit of writer's block, essentially. So we're going to click on new form, and I'm going to start with a blank form. Now you can start with a template, but I want to see how it can do from total scratch. So we have to pick a theme. So I kind of was partial to the charcoal, the gray theme. And let's call this peer review feedback form. Let's click continue. And from here, like most survey tools, we could start building it, or we could use some AI. So let's click on this, twinkling stars, which I'm guessing on some websites is going to start becoming like the magic of AI icon. And so it's hit us with two things to choose from to get started. A single question form. So if we need help from AI to write one question, or if we need help from AI to write multiple questions. So I kind of really want AI to just make the whole thing for me. One thing that can be very helpful is I recommend clicking this tips button. And this is really important. I mean, these are the questions that we ask ourselves when we're designing a survey. What information we want to collect. Should it provide options to select from for any questions? So are there going to be drop-down options, or are there going to be fill in the blank type of things? Do we need any extra options? We may not in our survey. Of course, the tone is pretty important. And then how many questions do we want to ask? So let's see how it does. I want to create, again, a peer review feedback form. So obviously I need to collect, say, the name of the person. So let's get us started with our prompt. So initially what we're going to do is tell it to create a peer review feedback form that is semi-formal for a college class. We don't really have to get discipline specific because we're really just we're trying to create a feedback form for students to give feedback for their writing. So the first thing we want to do is we want to ask for the name of the person being reviewed and the title of their essay. What else do we need? So maybe we need 5 additional feedback questions as we'll do a rating scale. I've asked it to do Likert scales and it seems to do good, but the rating scale is an actual question type on most of these websites, and they recognize that language more sometimes. So we're going to try rating scale. I have not tested this yet within a prompt like I mentioned I normally do. Say Likert scale, so I want to kind of throw it a curveball about the quality of the person's writing. And then let's see about including one open-ended question at the end about overall, say at the end for overall feedback. And let's cross our fingers and see what it does. So what it's done is it has given us a demo. So let's see, this is in the way, so we're just going to blindly accept it because I want to see what's going on, and then we can make modifications. So what is the name of the person that you are reviewing, or what is the name of the person you're reviewing? What is the title of their essay on a scale of 1 to 5? How would you rate the grammar and punctuation, clarity and organization, rate the depth and analysis, and rate the use of evidence and examples, and then finally the overall coherence and flow, and then wrapping it up with additional feedback. That is not too bad. I have not tested this prompt, and it seems to have done quite well for us. So if we wanted to fix some things, especially on a scale of 1 to 5, and then given us 10 options, we could easily fix that while copying and pasting these prompts over into, say, Google Forms or Qualtrics. Of course, this is a pretty bland form, so if we wanted to separate it in pages and make it a little bit more interesting, we might consider making these first 2 questions 1 page, these questions for the rating scale on a page, and then the final additional feedback on a page. Now, this probably would not be ready to rock and roll in class, but this is definitely a good start if you had writer's block and were trying to figure out how to make an anonymous survey for peer review.